but still, the structure, it seems really nice. They've got a great hybrid of set pieces and defaults and fast play. So I'm interested to see what they can do here against Immortals. I do think this is Immortals' best map, and we'll see whether they can step up here today as well. They're on the CT side. Steel's got the diffuse gear and the smoke to work with here, and it will be a B-sided play as the boost comes in from KNG. He gets the first frag and a second as well. Surely he doesn't survive, but Lucas with the third frag, and the bomb has been dropped.
Golden. Be able to do anything. In fact, I was going to say, I was just starting to build into that, and he came in and got his head torn off by Lucas, and then Steel followed up, so that's them down. I was going to say he's going to have to try and work hard to take out the chicken coop position. Immortals go up 1-0, going to 2 MP9s immediately. Steel and Bolts picking those up. There'll be an SMG. Keep in mind, I want to bring this up as well, yeah, and they're going to do it right now. Immortals ran 5 SMGs on Cobblestone frequently on the CT side after winning the pistol during the major, and it worked for them. I often think that this is a map that has so much space you'd want to get at least one rifle, but they seem to enjoy getting close and comfy with the SMGs. It
pains me to watch it. Yeah, sure, you're right. It doesn't normally work, but it's so scary for me at least. You want to have the Famis's, maybe a couple of M4s, just to hold like chicken coop and places like that, and holding mid-ramp, it's always a little bit up and down. I feel like going toe-to-toe like CZs and Tech-9s, like they've got the same range as you right now. So UMPs, Steel and Bolts with the lesser SMGs to work with there, the MP9s.
This is what they do. They just get aggressive, like hyper-aggressive with the SMGs to make it work. They close the distance, so they've got KNG out to a corner, Lucas down below. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it seems to fit their style.
Well, for now, Fnatic, of course, the force by coming in across the board as well. JW, the AWP, he's got the head armor and CZ as well. So if he doesn't at least get the bomb down this round, the AWP in the first gun's going to be very difficult indeed. Nothing really exchanged as yet, very slow round. But we have got some long control from the Fnatic boys, Flasher and Golden, with danger as well. Crims and Necro JW holding towards drop down. This will be an A split, I would imagine. Still watching the window here. Like a hawk with that MP9 in hand. 1 kill, drop back, that'd be lovely. Doesn't get it though, Crims takes him down.
Crims takes out Steel indeed. Henny going to try and push back in and take overdrop. This is where things get problematic because if they lose 2 SMGs early, they're in a world of trouble on rotations as well with the SMGs. Good shot, Lecro. Couldn't do anything against the armor. The MP9, it put so many bullets in, but they just got absorbed. Henny, it's enough damage for him to contribute and follow up, but he goes over commitment onto Crims. That puts him down because then Crims is able to walk back out. Lucas, it's all down to KNG. The low HP should favor him, and he's going to find one in the open. Nearly gets them both lined up spots and follows through, but just barely. They lose 4 in doing so.
Well then, that got a little bit exciting, didn't it? Well, the bomb gets planted and a few kills obtained as well. So I feel like that's fine for Fnatic, and Immortals probably having a sigh of relief there, considering it came right down to the 2 versus 1 against them there. KNG, obviously the latest signing for Immortals, finishing things off there. What a couple of brilliant shots, though, from Crims with that CZ. Fantastic work, bomb planted. Can't find the round, they'll take a full eco here, but should be fine on the first gun right now on the T side, with a couple of plants coming through. And for now, all power for Henny, still the main AWP. But if you remember back to the early stages of the major as well, it was KNG that looked much better on the AWP. Yeah, he looked amazing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And he
when that rumor that they were picking up, who was it? So-and-so from Kick. I can't remember the name. Someone will, it's eluding me right now. But anyway, that they were going to bring him into the roster only to flip him and then get him back in the North American scene. I thought, please tell me this doesn't mean that you've not committed to the KNG deal. Because remember at the major, it wasn't a long-term commitment that he was on the team.
Sure.
And thankfully, it was all just a tactical thing within the organization for business side of things.
Sticko and Oscar joining the server.
You know what,
boys?
Malmö Sports, come on,
like
boys.
This.
No, why not? You know, let's have 3 teams. 3's a crowd.
Well, it looks like they have left, so we should be fine. It's going to be Lucas with the first shot there. Takes down Crims. JW low HP as well.
Gotta love that. Literally knowing that the other's on the other side of the doorway, peek back and forth, and then get shot down from a side party. I think Malmö Sports has quickly left.
I hope so.
Thankfully, no one joined a team, because that would have had some money factors. As Lucas on the M4 will back away, thankfully bringing out rifles this time. Henny, obviously, as you mentioned, as well in the AWP. Micro does still have the MP9, but good luck. Everyone's got armor. We saw what that can do in the last round and how ineffective the MP9 really is against it.
Well, no armor for the terrorist side here. Objective for Immortals, of course. They should win the round, hands down, but keep as many players alive as they possibly can, especially that AWP as well. Lucas gets another frag on Golden. And should get a second one there as well. So not really much we can do. But KNG with a lovely shot there with the Deagle, you're right. 10 seconds remaining. They plant this round, but still plenty of cash for Fnatic. I don't think they'll get the AWP out, but that's not really a huge issue. JW, very proficient rifler as well. But we do have some saved SMGs here for the CT side. Now on double up straight away. All right, that's aggressive. Chris J's joining as well. Guys, please.
They just want to be a part of the party, okay, Henry? They're social creatures by nature.
He just joined spectator slot as well, but KNG, he doesn't want to watch at all. He wants to be part of the action. He's going to take down Crims, and he gets that aggressive pick through the doors there. Crims jumping over towards long A, and it's a 5-on-4. The double orb set up working out quite nicely here as Immortals take the early lead.
JW trying to use the smoke beside the boxes to get a gap, does spot at least one player. Henny going toward the chicken coop, but minimal damage. The nade will put him on 59, but that's still plenty considering he's on an AWP. 1 of 2, you mentioned. They'll run that consistently on this map. By the way, when someone else does join your game, when you're in the zone and, you know, it's just you and the other 5, you know, the 9 players, I guess, if you include your teammates, in the server and someone else joins, I always found that very distracting.
Yeah.
Because it was like a break of the fourth wall to me. It was like telling me that I'm not doing something real, like I'm not in a real world, they're just joining my game. Don't ask me why, it's a weird thing, but it does break my concentration. Henny will take down JW.
Yeah, he's still in the zone, it seems. 5-on-3 now, both the Orbs finding these early kills. Fnatic with Lekro and Flusher still alive, 2 of the key fraggers, of course. Lekro, he seems to be in great form as well at the moment. Flusher finds a frag, but KNG keeps on adding to his total with that AWP. Finds 3 now, and it's going to be Golden, the last player remaining. 17 points of health. Surely he goes down here. The headshot narrowly missed, but bolts to finish things off. 4-0 Immortals. I was questioning that early investment with the double AWPs, but you can't argue with the results. 4-0, and there has to be an eco now for Fnatic. This is what I kind of expected at this point. It seems like Fnatic, they've been doing okay in Pro League. They've had like some very good results and some poor ones as well. But it feels like their first LAN, different environment on their own PCs. First time this kind of golden chap has come towards this level of Counter-Strike. Obviously from the Academy team, hasn't played at this sort of level before. And whether he'll be able to hold his nerve is yet to be seen. But of course, Jumpy can help with the calling aspects. That'll give him a bit of a crutch to work with there. But I don't think this will be the tournament they get super deep in. But that's just my initial thoughts.
Ooh, good shot. KNG catches Crims. Thought he might actually get by as just slowed it. Pull the trigger at first, but apparently not. He takes down Golden as well. Caught up between the APCs. Got to get back further. Can't do it. Second off of Henny. Certainly works perfectly, in fact, as the third player jumps directly into the barrel of his gun. Might as well just had a bayonet on the end of it.
Yeah, pretty much did. 5-0 Immortals. Looking great here on Cobblestone. This is best of 1 GSL format. I guess for an underdog team, it's always been said that the Swiss format certainly lends itself towards the lesser teams. You know, obviously, you get 3 lives, and every time you lose a game, you move to an arguably weaker opponent and stuff like that. But it's a bit rough, this format, for the likes of the Boots, for example, and maybe this team Fnatic, their first showing. Like, if you lose 1 map, then you've only got 1 left to really stay alive in. But still, when you get deep in these tournaments, you do need to pick up those best of 1 victories. Henny and KNG now. Not super aggressive this time. Henny is towards long A. Dropping the incendiary to buy himself some more time. KNG at the back of B. So mixing this up, changing positions. And Golden towards the mid doors. Joined by Lekro and Flush here. The bomb's still down in the B apartment. Oh, hot apartments, the B halls. B halls,
that's true. It might be a cozy apartment. There's a little loft above the drop room. You might be able to get a bed up there.
Well, Henny, he's not sleeping, Matt. He's finding frags.
Wow. Who sleeps these days?
He's gone now.
Gaming hours, I like to call it. 1 hour of sleep. 1 hour of drinking Soylent.
Soylent.
10 cans of Monster Energy and game all day.
There you go. An insight to your lifestyle.
No, definitely not. Don't even know when the last time I logged into Steam was. Crims starts back inside of the drop room, back out toward E-Box so we can peek inside of the B site. Lekro, he'll evaluate A. He's not alone in doing it. Bomb is actually closer to him at the bottom of mid than it is to the other side of the map, so Crim's going to play Lurk. Gets bolts inside a connector. That'll pull rotations as well. Steel's not going to go back anywhere, but KNG cannot get closer to where Lucas and Steel reside. Lucas having already gone down. Good follow-up. JW and Fnatic. Now look... Yeah, definitely going to get their first round. I'm just going to check to see the bomb is down. It was 6 seconds to plant it, and KNG's already running with the AWP.
Yeah, KNG can't really do much about this. The money's not actually that fantastic for Immortals, generally speaking. They've kept like 3 or 4 players alive, but obviously Double orb setup, generally speaking, is going to be quite a expensive buy, and reinvesting the utility and stuff. They'll have another one available. So we'll be 5-1 in terms of the overall scoreline for Fnatic now. And 3 players will survive for them. JW saving the AWP. And we'll see whether he can have any sort of impact with that. We have had quite aggressive play from the Immortals side towards middle. They have platform as well. KNG and Henny. It's definitely quite a formidable duo. We saw that at the Major, getting to the Grand Final. Do you think we'll ever see them replicate that sort of form?
I don't know about ever is a strong way to...
Their first ever Major.
Yeah, okay, so I won't say they'll never do it again. In terms, maybe not at a Major. I don't think they'll do it at a Major, okay? Odds are against them there. But they might make it to a final and have a good run at another event. We knew Katowice is a strong suit for them usually. I'm not going to say no, but the likeliness is pretty slim.
Yeah. What a crazy Major that was in general.
Indeed. What do you think of the Fnatic jerseys for this event?
The Swedish one's kind of similar vein to what SK had in Brazil.
In Brazil, yeah. Great concept.
Yeah, I like it. Sell a few of those while you're here.
I'd love to see some more yellow in it, but I do like it.
Number 7 now. Like I said, the AWP comes out for the first time. Warping towards the upper platform for now. Got a slight gap in that smoke, as you can see on the screen. Trying to hope a CT walks into the crosshair. Smoked out once again. That's more of an aggressive smoke in the CT there. They flash over and try and take control of the upper platform. Henny with another wonderful shot there. This time towards the drop down. 5-on-4. That was actually very nicely done. And he'll fall back and just hold the window now.
Golden. Flash himself out from drop room. AK in hand will peek over toward window. No one on the inside. Bolts. Quick path back toward long. No one there either. So Fnatic sitting well back. Remember, 5-1. This is reset territory, and having already lost Crims, it's definitely something they have to think about. So they'll be very, very careful on their execution, their planning and tactics of the round. 35 seconds. So when they go, they'll go with speed. They've got to get Lucas down early. SMG up close can wreak havoc, but if they find him first, or at least trade, KNG with the op is actually going to be backed off toward balcony. That's the problem. Okay, so traded out, but KNG already hit JW beforehand. The situation doesn't really get any better because they can't cross over. They don't have the manpower to do it. Reset definitely going to be a factor. 10 seconds, no plant coming in a 4-1 situation. Because even if he tries and attempts, they'll wrap around. Down he goes.
This orb setup once again completely ravishes Fnatic. 3 kills for KNG. Matt, he finds himself with 16 kills, 3 deaths after 7 rounds. That's unbelievable. Looking quite under control there as well, very calm. And just more shots are being hit time and time again. Has to be the force buy from Fnatic and completely reset there. 6-1 overall. CZs and 1 AK. That's in the hands of Lekro, one of the key fraggers for Fnatic, but they don't really have head armor to work with. It makes the M4s and the SMGs a lot more powerful. 2 of those available here. Damage through the smoke, but it is going to be Crims with the CZ to take down Lucas. They have the man advantage, but still a lot of work to do here. Nothing really gained, and they only took down the UMP player for the CTs. Steel now makes his way on the upper platform. Still, that double orb setup still rolling strong. Any chicken coop, KNG from the APC on the A side.
Steel behind the box. Henny all the way back out toward the chicken coop. Will be able to play off of him, but only once they get inside of the site. So Steel, I can't imagine peaks too aggressively, too early. Wait for the smoke to dissolve, obviously, but then I think it'll be a late peak for him. And play it off of the... In fact, they don't have any information over toward A. In fact, they're leading off of A as well. Steel doesn't need to do much. He's gone to the arch instead behind that smoke before it dissolves, but don't peek. The team seems to be fully inclined to believe that it is going to be on this side of the map, so stay put, let them walk in, try and do what you can late, and then Henny, with him playing toward arch, will have an even better chance to catch them off in a crossfire. But it's window, they want to go back, and they'll catch off bolts. Golden with the call, and Golden with the opening kill. JW follows up, Golden's got the M4, down goes Henny, the set for long entrance. Doesn't have any answer when they come back through the wooden door at mid. As KNG does find flush up, bomb has gone down, it's a 1 versus 5 for KNG against pistols.
That's unbelievable. The Fnatic have such a clean run of the round here. They were in a 5-on-4, go towards B, a flashbang towards connector, and it seems that's the one place Immortals weren't watching. Bolts rotates in through that connector door, taken down, and then it all falls apart for the Immortals side. That could be their money done for as well. If KNG saves the AWP, they'll probably be fine as he makes his way down the mid ramp here. smoking towards the mid doors itself, but Fnatic back in this game now. That's a huge round for them to pick up. They would have certainly been eco into the next round if they didn't win that with the pistols and the 1 AK. But this is certainly looking good now. They managed to recover AWPs, AKs, and an M4 for Golden as well, as he finds 2 frags. The new addition to Fnatic, the in-game leader, formerly of Fnatic Academy. It's going to be quite a stressful role, I think, from coming through. Big boost to Phil as well, taking over from Dennis and Olofmeister. Never played in a team of this caliber before, and seems to be performing so far. 17 kills with KNG, just to note. Not too bad. The 4 spy comes through. Max 7, CZ, UMP, 1 M4, and KNG just saved all.
Annie ready to roll. KNG. Flash out. Still won't get any more vision. That girl gets much closer on the back of that flash as he's put into a more confined position of the site. That brings Bolts closer, though, and Bolts does just have a CZ, but means they've changed accordingly, and he can at least cover off the angle. Fractional damage from the nade. Macro, second tenure. Second time with Fnatic.
It feels like more than that, but it's bouncing between Godsend and Fnatic. But is this only the second time?
It is. Last year, Malmö, he was on Godsend. That was his big breakout. If you ask me, at least, I think that was the tournament where I was first time impressed.
Have I asked you if he's done anything since then?
Not as much, but he's done enough to be consistent.
Yeah.
Which you know, he's stable. I don't know that he has the star potential we saw that tournament to be an everyday thing, but he could definitely be a good teammate.
Yeah, I agree. Well, for now, 4-on-3. Immortals are making something happen here with the lesser weaponry. CZ's Max 7s, and there's the CZ striking, takes down Lekro, but back and forth round here, 30 seconds to go. It's Crims. We said he's in good form right now, but can't take down the Max 7 of Henny. It's up to JW, who takes Henny with the HE grenade. Now Lucas in the 1v1. Who comes out on top? Should be JW, but he's got the AWP. Could be caught out of position. Doesn't make the frag happen, though. No damage really inflicted either.
But crucially, he knows now he's got distance. So he pulled the op before crossing back over. Got a little bit early.
God.
Walking out with the AK and goes for another reload after he's already peeked without going behind the pillar. A bit of a questionable decision by JW, and Lucas is able to go 7-2. Immortals getting the round. And another one where they were back rope for money. It's going to now be an even buy. Both teams will be in on this, but they'll both be at break point, essentially.
And the cleanest of clutches, but Immortals come out on top. Fnatic know the money's going to be very low on the CT bank accounts, so as you can see what's going on now, everyone's all in, but Immortals certainly with a little bit more firepower here. 2 rifles for Fnatic, CZs and Tech-9s to work with here as well. They won this round previously, so no reason why they can't do it again. Key round over Fnatic. They can get this one on the board. They should be fine to be able to get back into this one, as there'll be an eco for Immortals, certainly. No AWP available for the Brazilians, but Henny finds the final commitment towards B, it seems.
Bolts burns Lekro. Henny gets shot back, but can't actually land it. JW gets the better of him on the AK. Watch for steal, though. Bomb down inside of the site, inside of the statue. 1 HP for Crims. Round going to Immortals. This, as I mentioned as well, was a battle for economic stability. And Immortals will take full control of that by keeping 4 players alive and breaking Fnatic.
Yeah, that'll be it now for maybe even a couple of rounds. $2,000 per player. They get, I guess they get 2,400 if they lose this round, which they almost certainly will. And they'll have enough for AKs at least. So a pause coming in here. Timeouts for Fnatic. With $2,000 per player, I would say you don't even want to spend a single dollar into this one. Not really worth it. Maybe P250s at most. But I would say with 2K and only 2,400 coming on top of that, keep everything on full eco. There's a flush up, jumping behind them.
None of them looking very pleased right now.
It's nothing really to be positive about at this point.
Well, just smile. They're in nice blue jerseys.
They are in nice jerseys, I'll give you that. So, see whether that kind of spurs them on. Immortals, a lot of rumors surrounding them. I'm not sure if you called that, but stuff on Reddit about them requesting to leave and trying to mix the lineup up, and it seemed like there's some turmoil within the team.
I didn't actually catch that.
No.
That's quite surprising considering they just had their best tournament ever.
It was. I think it was all speculation, to be fair, but it seemed like it was at least truthful.
I could see them maybe getting a bit ahead. Oh, look at KG's push. That's going to cost an AK. Flush has spotted his head a little bit early, a little bit zealous. I could see them maybe thinking that perhaps they're... Okay, well, listen. If you guys are going to get action when I want to talk and make a point, I'll just talk about your game, all right?
Yeah.
It's not like I'm paid to do that. Steal, good hold inside a connector. Flusha gets Lucas back with the AK.
Yeah, this is a bit of a mess. How has this happened? No armor, nothing really invested around. Just really reckless aggression from the CTs. Wasn't required.
Would be the second anti-eco they would lose in this game.
Oh, I haven't lost it yet. Lekr and JW with 19 points of help between them. Flush up. He's got the AK in 74, but here we go. That should be the kill to get them back into it now. JW drops. Still rifles in their hands though, Fnatic. Time to work with as well. CT looking like they'll just play 1A, 1B. And hopefully be able to work together. The problem is no utility really on the CT side. And Flush is throwing a smoke from middle. The old NIP smokes, if you will. This one looks like it's...
That's toward top connector.
Heading towards, yeah.
I don't even think it's going to make it. Oh, it does. That's quite well thrown then. That's quite nifty
so
indeed.
They'll throw that, and then it's not perfect actually. It's got a gap there. It might have been quite obvious, but they'll go towards B surely.
Well, they want that to work. Lekr, never mind this smoke, finds a gap that finds Henny's head as he walks into the site for the B platform. Bomb to go down, Lekr to plant. He may only have 15 HP, but Flusha has 74 to go against just Steel, who's picked up an incendiary and has a kit in hand. Thankfully so as well, because time ticking as he enters into the site and has been for a while. Steel inches closer and closer. Should find the first kill easily enough on Lekr. Standard formation would be that he's at long and jumps up. I think he's got the time.
Yeah, definitely does. That's lovely from Steel. Great awareness as well, eradicating risk with that dropped incendiary on the steps. He knows that area is clear. Look towards the bomb site, finds a low HP player. It's almost certain that the remaining terrorist will be towards that upper platform. Somehow outduels him there as well. The fact he has to jump up and then find the shot, that's pretty wonderful. I thought, okay, he'll get that kill. No chance he gets the second one. I think it was Flusha who's just tucked so deep in towards that upper platform position. You think he gets that kill for days, but not meant to be. And the double upside comes out once again for Immortals. 9-2. Fnatic had so much potential to win that eco round, but denied at the last hurdle.
So back to my point, it might be something in it that they were going to perhaps request a little more for salary or whatnot based on their success. It's possible. I wouldn't say getting ahead of themselves, maybe actually proving their worth. I'm not sure how you want to phrase that.
From what I remember, they requested...
But I could see that.
A shuffle. They wanted a shuffle in the lineup, I think, and then it was denied by the organization, obviously, due to contracts. That's what I remember.
That would be surprising to me.
Yeah, but it was something along those lines. It basically, the headline is there was turmoil within the team after the major.
Interesting.
So it would be difficult to...
I know they weren't pleased about the addition. I can't remember the guy's name. Anyway.
We seem like we've got all the information here, haven't we?
Tis what it is. Yeah, we're definitely versed. Post-vacation.
But anyway, this is a rough buy for Fnatic. No ops for them, and go down to 40 HP. Just a few smokes. JW, no utility whatsoever. Lekr, just a flashbang, but JW doesn't care. He gets the first kill, and Crims with the second as well. They're limited, but they're still hitting shots here. Left, right, and center. JW with the third. It's now a 5-on-2.
Crims backs on an angle by which they have to commit to the window to catch him. He won't be visible to the top of mid. Under that little gap below the window, but it's a nice spot from Lekr. He does just enough Crims to keep them busy and occupied. KNG, 1 versus 5. Fnatic fighting back in valiantly when they're given an opportunity to do so, but 9-3, they pretty much have to win, I'd say, at least 5 rounds. T-side, you want a lot more than that, but at least 5 to give themselves a chance the way things have gone. Double up setup is always so solid for Immortals. Great entry shot from JW. It's Fnatic without Olaf. First time we've seen this. Does it feel a little weird to you?
It's definitely odd to see the full Fnatic team on the server with no Olaf Meister. I agree. But, like I said, in Pro League, what we've seen online, they've looked very structured. And still Golden's been fragging to a decent level. Same story for Lekr as well. They don't seem too hindered by it, but I reckon they're back into this game now. This is the force buy from Immortals going all in with the Pistols armor. A few flashbangs here, but Fnatic very fast towards middle. Smoke off towards the connector, double Molotov the motor hole, and they should have a clean run at the bomb site here.
Clean run, straight in, Flusha. Is it the straight Royal Flusha? Is that your clean run? Is that a thing? I'll leave the poker jokes aside. I don't really know the game that well. Let me study that one, get back to you tomorrow. Bolt's forced out of position. Molotov at his feet. I think he may just back off altogether. He has head armor, so Deagle. Head armor. Meh. Yeah, why not?
Well, Fnatic there, knowing they would be up against much weaker Immortals. Immortals go all in with the pistols, the armor, and that could be the ticket back into this game. Fnatic will indeed win this round of 4 players surviving as well. Nice basic approach towards the A site. Double Molotov towards Murder Hole. Smoke towards Connector. Stays a 5-man unit. Frag absolutely everything. They seem to be hitting some decent shots now. Golden with 2 there. And it will be 9-4. Has to be an eco for last round from Immortals here. So very likely to be potentially 9-6. I would say 10-5 seems realistic at this point. I think Immortals will get the last round, but have to take an eco here. Bolts does save the Deagle head armor. JW back on the AWP now. So they'll be aware this is full eco. They obviously can feel the head armor when you take on headshots in the previous round. You can see the spark and the dink will come through. So you know they force bought with pistols, head armor, and nades. So looks like CT will go for a 5-man stack towards the B-bomb. So this time, very unlikely to get much done here. It'd be a blunder from Fnatic to allow them to have a 5-man crossfire set up when Fnatic fully commit to that area.
Boost up. And he will get a lot... No, wait, take it back. I was going to say a lot closer to that hole in the wall. He's actually going to sit and play off of the man he's boosted above. Fnatic on the brink of getting their 5 rounds at least. Jacob could be working his way closer to a trophy with this prediction. He'll get 1 over the rest if Immortals can pull it off.
Was he the only one to set it?
Well, aside from us, because we're just brilliant.
We'll make our own
That's
trophy.
why it's not fair if we were entered. We're just, yeah, exactly. They'd have, first off, I don't want a trophy that dabs. And second off, you know, it wouldn't be fair to the rest of them if we were involved.
Well, Fnatic will almost certainly win this round. Quite methodical pace in them at the moment. 45 seconds remaining. They are getting that long A and danger control once again. That will be Flusher and Golden. Golden, obviously the in-game leader. He will be trying to find his opening pick here by himself, though. He needs to be quite careful. The bomb rotates with him. Golden doesn't need to be in this area right now. No refrag potential, but luckily only like a default pistol up against him. So there it is. Flusher, he'll come and deal with it. Take care of the bullies. Go with the second frag.
Leave Golden alone.
Yeah, he's only small.
Well, I haven't met him yet in the flesh, but he does look small in pictures next to his teammates, I will say. Good shot, Lycro takedown. Bolts all onto Henny, so Fnatic get control late despite having a chance to break the economy much sooner and ultimately winning out the half if they'd done so, or at least debatably winning out the half if they'd done so. To finally getting some momentum. It goes 9-5 as we head into round 15. So last of the half, buy all you can, and all you can on the Immortals side is no AWP, a fraction of utility, and no kits.
You're right. No AWP for sure. That's going to be a huge deal for the Immortals side. A bit of a crutch for them, generally speaking. Double orbs on Henny and KNG. Going towards B this time will be Golden and pushing through the smoke at the very start. I thought JW fancied it, but Bolts, he's aware, here's the footsteps, sprays him down. It's quite common to throw a flashbang towards the upper platform and spray down that straight line of the left-hand wall, because that's naturally, if you're flashed to the T side, you just try and hug a wall. You try and get in towards cover. And you'll see a lot of teams do that and players. But for now, nice opening pick there. 5-on-4. Double full buy here, Fnatic, of course. They've got all the nades required, and not the same story for Immortals there. They've got 1 smoke left there. No kits, no head armor. That's not a big deal against these AKs. All goes down, though. And we'll head back towards the A site. Fnatic presumably get that mid-control once again, push them back at long A. Getting towards danger, drop the full execution towards the A site, and hopefully overwhelm the CTs and be able to trade out frags. This looks like the boost coming through. KNG will be stepped up.
Sent on top of the wall.
It's good for only 1 frag and dropping down. You very rarely see like multiple spray downs from there.
The smoke makes it kind of interesting though, because, oh yeah, does Golden see him? Because Golden, the only place you can look through that smoke is up there, so you've almost tunneled the vision for him.
Yeah.
There's only one way he can peek. He peeks directly toward you. That doesn't make any sense to me. As Lucas now sits front side stable, has to swing perfectly, but Lekro is there instead. As Steel gets Golden back, he goes more aggressive to find Flusha as well over the top of the hood. He's taking down Lekro for good, at least for the half. Round 15, it's all down to a 1 versus 3 on Steel's good doing. And Crims is the last alive, found by Steel yet again through the wall. Perfect round for him. 10-5 for Immortals at half.
Double digits for the Brazilian side. Very comfortable with the early stages there, but Fnatic got it together towards the end. 3 in a row, and still not looking too happy with it. Certainly still a T-sided map, so Immortals definitely with quite the advantage here, especially with the pistol in the second half as well. But still, nice round to finish things off there. The 3K dancing around the APC truck, and Fnatic can't do much about it. Great positional control, I have to say, from Steel. Nice movement, and finishes off in style. The double orb looked very deadly, but Fnatic able to win a couple of ecos there meant they could actually shut down the economy of Immortals and make things at least problematic for them.
10-5, CT side. Immortals, they continue to be a great cobblestone team, and more so with the CT side.
The thing is, I've always said, I think they're amazing on the T side. I think their CT side's always been quite average. It's when they go into the T sides, when they're super fast and the AKs come out and that crazy aim really comes into fruition.
Well, exactly. Yeah, the double up, it works for them, but yeah, to have 10 rounds CT side means they're in a perfect position, so... Gonna have to step up. Golden, the one to lead the way. We'll see what he comes up with. Pistol round, all important, therefore no Dennis on the USP. The silenced USP, of course.
Of course, specifically.
Specifically.
Well, for Immortals in terms of their buy. One Molotov, one smoke. Some decoys in there for good measure. Crims with the defuse gun on the CT side. And for now, it looks like the A split. Henny towards long A, and 4 players to drop down as well. Quite a common strategy, but JW ready and waiting towards the window room. Crimson the connector as well. Just waiting for any boost on the T side. A sound key perhaps, and we allow Henny to get something going towards long A. Could throw some decoys down to the bait. I'm not sure what the plan is here. Waiting for maybe the 1 minute mark, and then they go all in. Here we go. Henny has some presence towards A. Force the rotation perhaps. And now the teammates commit.
Down through the drop. One to watch window as well to fall off on the rotations. Won't commit to going any further than that, though. Bolt still join in. It's confirmed they're at least there. Fallen to Lekro's gone backwards. He's working his way out of the site on the platform, hoping to buy time for rotations, but Henny's going to get him first. And now they'll hold off the choke points. Bolt's left alone to his own devices, and it's not much to work with at all because Golden, able to spot him, will work toward the E-box, but a Molotov will separate he from Crims. And time from their favor because it's going to lock them out just long enough, but Lucas over-considers it. Walks directly into a slaughter that allows Flusha through the door. So now they've got time to work with. Now they've got room to wiggle. They find Steel as well. You have to argue if Lucas didn't push through, they might not have had the confidence to take the, at least with that speed, to go for the retake.
You're always having a huge advantage on the T side, making the CTs retake. You start pushing them like that, that's when you give them opportunities to find frags. You should be like setting up that triangle and managing to have crossfires and making the CTs feel uncomfortable there. It shouldn't be pushing them one by one to get frags here. That'll be Bolts going down first, and this is the frag that really changed the landscape of the round. Lucas didn't have to do that. They'll be bringing out the AKs in the third, but a much-needed pistol there from Fnatic. It was quite a nice approach there. Henny showing presence towards A, dropping a smoker connector, and flashbang as well. Actually forced a rotation. There was only one player in the form of Lekro waiting in the B site. Tees took him down, bomb planted. That should be a round victory, but somehow Fnatic come out on top. But the bomb does go down, and now Flusha opening things up. Should get a few frags here with the M4A4 towards long A. Buys himself some time with the utility there. Golden takes down KNG. 5-3. Almost guaranteed victory now. But Immortals know every kill they get can be valuable going forward. CTs will have to rebuy into the next round, and that's when the AKs come out.
AKs, those are scary. They're loud. I shot a few with Anders and Paula Gilroy sensation. JW sits in the archway, wants them to walk in directly in front. No one else inside of the site at all, though, so he's got to be somewhat cautious. They go, they swing, they try and act quickly. He'll spray down Lucas. Then he does significant damage, enough so that he doesn't even want to repeat to give away a gun. Lekro gets the kill instead. We're back within 3, but like you say, it's all about the AK.
It is indeed. Got 5 players survive for Fnatic. The MP9 will stay out there. That's in the hands of Golden. They'll come back to haunt him. He's yet to be seen, but certainly not ideal against the long-range accurate rifles the Immortals are carrying right now. 10-7, 2-0 currently in the second half. 5 rifles available, and 4 players towards B for now. And I assume Henny by himself to the middle. Indeed it is. He'll just be spraying through the doors there. Crims actually takes a dink through them, goes under 54 HP.
JW, good shot all the way down the hallway, tags Lucas onto 13. smokes will land as well, but it won't matter because KNG's already inside of them. The AK finding two. Lucas helping on the first, but Golden's in position on an MP9 of all weapons to get a headshot. He's going to have to look for another one as well because, again, armor not a factor, or rather is a factor against that gun now, now that he's picked up the M4. My mind gets ahead of my words slightly. And they'll go back over toward A instead. No one directly inside of the site yet, but Fnatic is considering this as a possibility based on time. So Golden and Crims work their way over. Smoke will confirm that is indeed where they are going, but they will not peek. At least not yet.
Such a difficult situation now for the CTs. One kit, an incendiary as well, 3 kills to find, getting out of that connector. The good news is, Immortals have no smokes or further utility to hold them at bay, so they'll be able to get out at least. Whether they can find the shot is another story, but time ticking away. We need to start finding something here.
Nade lands, rather Molotov lands top of the HUD on the side. It won't spill all the way over it, so therefore Henny can stay where he is. Stay where he is and get caught by Golden. That puts pressure now on the 2 remaining Immortals players because they backed around at different angles, but they can just see the wide plant. It's just open enough. The head from Golden standing high above the wall is in the open, and Bolt is able to use it to his advantage and take it off with the AK. It's 11-7. Immortals pick up the round on the AK. Is an important one at that because losing that would be within 2 and Fnatic with money.
3-on-2 situation there. Fnatic with a decent job to at least take down all of the Immortals players. There's the opening frags from KNG to give them a good footing into round number 18. So here we go, the force buy from Fnatic now. Max 7s, UMPs, Famis as well. They might as well force buy into this map, considering they know Immortals money is so low as well. If they can win this round, however unlikely it is, they're right back into it and they force Immortals to do a double eco. So definitely worth the risk. As we go towards the B side, seems like a Sparta commitment here. All 5 players for the Immortals side trying to find this first pick, but it looks a little bit problematic. No one really stepping up as of yet, but JW and Lekro certainly are. Still chimes back in with KNG as well. They'll find the 3 frags, but Crim's keeping the dream alive.
Just keeping it alive by getting KNG, and now they have the advantage with the HP as well. Bombs in position to be planted, but not exactly safe in doing so. Steel's considering the fact that they may have walked up the alley. They've not. They're going to go for the booster round instead. Flusha goes up. Wants to re-enter from long. No one's going to be playing that position, so he will get up close to the boxes at very least. And I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not sure they even fancied this. It looked like they were going to go all the way back, but Flusha stays walking. That takes him a little bit longer to get around the half wall. Doesn't want to make any noise. He has fired down toward the stairwell now.
Yeah, that's the problem. They know exactly where he is. It's still of a smoke as well. They could smoke him out if required, but still, he finds Crim and presumably the round as well. Like we said, they know exactly where Flusha is.
Oh!
What have they done?
But they walk out directly into it. Yeah, they knew where he was.
He had no kit either.
They've just gifted it to him.
He's still got it as well. Oh no, he doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't.
So even if he gets gifted the kills like that, he still doesn't win. That's nuts.
Unbelievable.
That was like, well, okay. No harm, no foul.
I think the consideration was that he may have gone, yes, they heard him at long, he may have gone back to drop. So the second player went around behind, and it was that exact moment he peeks. Watch, because it looks like he's going in toward E-Box. Yeah. I think he was going toward E-Box. Hard to tell from that, even there.
Well, a blunder, but they were ruined, but then they were saved. A few vac shots in there as well, but I still believe it.
I'm never going to believe in that meme.
I don't even think it's a meme.
You're trying to force it in there. Hang on. I think I saw a crowbar under here somewhere.
We're gonna need it.
No, well, actually, sorry, that's not a crowbar. That's something else. But we have a timeout for Fnatic. I will say we haven't seen as many timeouts used today, and I'm wondering if that is because the coaches have more a chance to talk. They don't feel they're as essential to bring the coach in anymore.
I think you only use it now. Obviously, it's not so much a tactical thing, just to calm down where arguments begin and you start to get frustrated.
I'm wondering though, is it too much to have the 4 timeouts still, while also having the coaches talking freeze time?
Yeah, maybe we went back to 1 pause a half at that point.
1.5 would be okay.
Yeah, and then you start.
Or even 3, just knock it down by 1.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if that becomes something.
Well, Fnatic with the force buy here. This could be their unraveling. CZs, 5-7s, but JW gets the first frag. Immortals seem really poor today at holding off these anti-ecos. There's no refrag. When is that happening? It's just horrible. They don't need to rush towards B side. They know the money's poor and it's going down 1 by 1. And fair play to Fnatic. They're hitting the shots, but way too easy for them. They probably can't believe their luck here. Lekro goes down. It's going to be KNG with the frag, but just a poor anti-eco approach here. There's no need for that. Run the depots, work out what kind of weaponry they have. Take them down together in execution. Don't just walk into the site. You just walk into a full stack, and that's just really sloppy play from Immortals. They've lost a few of these rounds now to just pistols. Their money is now in the proverbial bin. They're going to be forced buying themselves with CZs, Tech 9s, Deagles, 1 smoke and 2 flashbangs. Need to be more careful on those rounds.
Flusher goes quick. It's certainly a game with this scoreline and the money as it is. Carelessness brings us back into the equation, at least for Fnatic. As JW gets close to the half wall, fires in early, 13 bullets, and position given away. Thankfully, Lekro's able to step out from his hobbit hole and take down bolts in response. Flash toward long, no, Golden thinks better of it, goes back out. Looks toward the dropper, but still gets in. It just barely holds on as Flush is able to step out and help him in return. So they've all got someone to rely on, a shoulder to lean on. KNG. Down from drop, tries to look toward the connector, but won't make any contact. Bomb is going in the hands of Lucas to join Henny. They want to try and put that on the A site, but they'll have a tough time doing so with Flusha already in position with Crims. Crims is going to wait patiently to see that they don't go up the close side. Jump from KNG doesn't make it far enough. Golden's position one better. One step, one fractional margin as Crims gets Henny. Tap with the UMP. Won't be able to get Lucas cleanly.
Tap, taparoo. Lucas, the final remaining player for Immortals. Not really much he'll be able to do with this situation, I don't think. Tries the 1D out there, but doesn't really land the damage. He goes down to 26 points of health. He does get one. Crims dropped. That was the full investment there from Immortals. A chance for Fnatic to get on double digits now and potentially get back into this game. I have to say, due to a lot of difficult round against pistols there for Immortals, and this is a team that just got to a grand final at a major, they wouldn't have got there with this sort of play, I have to say.
Absolutely not.
It's just very sloppy Counter-Strike right now. They're known to be one of the best cobble teams, generally speaking, when they're on a day. A good day for them, but this is not what I've come to expect. Sure, they still have the lead, but it's disappearing quite rapidly from them.
Nade in after the Molotov was thrown. That means no one will get through. So Immortals have to back off long B already. Bomb is inside of the B tunnels, or apartments, as you put it.
Yeah, all the apartments.
How much is rent?
It's not cheap.
I imagine. I'm in a castle that is clearly a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
There's signs everywhere.
Well, Immortals with Glocks and a PT-50. No armor, no nades. Very difficult to imagine a world where they could find maybe anything more than one frag here. Should be 12-10. Still in favor of Immortals, but Fnatic will have full control. Lost bonus will be a third after this one. So they have about 2K per player right now. They'll get $2,400 next. So they won't be able to bring out the AWPs. And there's JW.
JW, that is incredible that he hits all four. First two, okay, fair enough. The others, quite impressive with the shotgun.
There's a smile.
It's gone now, though.
Nice.
As soon as you mentioned it.
Yeah. Back to business. We'll have a look. I didn't see that coming.
Bang. Bang. Okay, those two, fair enough. I know, but these two with them that close was quite nice. I would have thought he would have gone down at that point.
Here we go, then.
Look, just let me get my vocal cords warmed up, Henry. That's all I asked.
Well, you're done after this one, so...
All right, listen. Don't get logical. That's not what I asked for. Lucas tagged and then down to the flames. Exactly the best way to start a round?
No, that wasn't ideal. That just seemed a bit of a mess. Just by yourself, might have had a decent spawn, but ran through the fire. Missed the shot, 5 and 4. And Fnatic are loving that prospect, considering they have JW still on the Mag 7, Golden on the UMP. Maybe allow things to calm down a little bit and maybe recover that fallen AK. Flush has been boosted up on the A side of the map. There it is. We have seen this boost come into fashion a little bit more recently. It seems to be...
Yeah, it's back.
Yeah. It's normally good for like one frag, but it is a pre-fire. Like, you'll see still, if he does face on his corner, he will be checking it for sure. But we did see it go horribly wrong for Immortals in the first half.
Flush awaits, flash, blind, check, Steel takes him down.
That's why it went out of favor, really, because everyone checks it and flashes it. So.
Yeah, I don't know why it's back.
Yeah.
It's not like there's anything in the meta that's changed to make it work, unless you had someone else to be positioned slightly better, to be more cautious of the opening.
God, what a mess.
That's not good from KNG either, though. He'll take down Steel, that'll help. Fnatic's efforts, Crimson Golden now close the gap to 1. 12-11, they come back from a 10-5 half. 2 Therefore, only if you do the math. It's not hard, but I'll help you out. 2 rounds only for Immortals this half.
Indeed. And that was from the 3rd round force buy and the following round after that. Since then, it's been 4 rounds in a row for Fnatic as they close the gap to just 1 here. Another partial buy for the Brazilian side. They'll have 3 sets of armor, smoke grenades, flashbangs, CZs, but not really much more than that. Fnatic now starting to get established, man. They've got like, I'd say on average, about 6k per player right now, so they can afford to even lose a couple of rounds here, and that's if they lose this one, which they probably won't, seeing as up against just the pistols. I'd say looking in a very good position. This should tie things up at 12-12.
Goes over as Lekro waits. That chicken coop. They'll drop in. He's not spotted him as well because the second flash caught him as soon as he went back for the repeak. JW desperate to fire in through the smoke as Lekro get 2 instead, 1 off the back of his damage. They want the bomb plant. Henny by killing Golden will allow for that to happen as well. So money in the at least wallets for the next round, but flush on Lekro. Close it out, and we've got the 12-12 tie game. Remember that time I said it wouldn't be fair if we did predictions, Henry?
Sure.
This is why this is happening.
It was looking very promising for us, but Fnatic are definitely back in this one, as we'll see a pause come through for the Immortals side. They've let some very silly rounds go against them, mainly against pistols, when they go over-aggressive and overzealous and find themselves dropping frags 1 by 1. That's the most annoying thing about those aggressive players. I don't mind aggressive plays for sure, but have some logic behind them. If you're going to go aggressive, at least have 2 players who can go in tandem towards certain choke points. If anyone goes down, there's an instant refrag there, and you can at least call, okay, they've got this sort of buy, we didn't calculate this properly, we can fall back. Just have one guy that's rushing middle and getting taken down and giving a weapon away. For me, that's actually just really bad CS generally. But Fnatic are loving it. 12-12, right back into a JW on the AWP as well for the first time. Double AWP on the T side of Cobble. Now that's unorthodox. Cobblestone single AWP T side is difficult to make work substantially, but the double AWP, all right. I won't judge it until I really see what they've got up their sleeve.
Yeah, exactly, Hank. You cut that judgment out.
I will. It's fine.
Ooh, what is that from Crims through the smoke? Lucas echolocated and taken down brilliantly.
Yeah, that was super nice from Crims through the smoke as well. It's quite a brave battle to take with the AK-47, knowing there could be AWPs on the other side, but Lucas dropped through the smoke. He'll fall back. I did take him into this one. Crims has looked like he's in stellar form right now. A resurgence, if you will. It's been pretty quiet the last 6 months or so, but this week, at least in Pro League, looks very good indeed.
Golden waiting down below with smoke in front. He's trying to find an angle on the M4. JW gets a good one on the steal nonetheless, so it's now 5 versus 3, even though JW's tagged to 15. Smokes out in front of KNG as well. Unfortunately, Crims gets caught well out of position. Good time for us to snap over and check on Henny because he had him dead in the sights.
4 on 3. Double AWP set up to try and win out this round. I'm not sure I'm believing just yet, but Flusher, he's at the back of the bomb site. AK-47 in hand, time ticking away. This will be their final play. I think they'll have KNG watching the backtracks as well. Flush out with the first shot, headshot as well. Takes the bomber down, and now time ticking away. Surely Immortals can't do anything with this.
Nate goes into stables, a little far. Won't quite catch Henny's position as he gets closer and closer. KNG's just going to join him. AWP up close. KNG's got the one. It's a double up take on T side. Not quite flashed fast enough as Flush is able to get the shot on the AK. And they know exactly where KNG is with a second left. Kill him after the time as well. And he's going to have huge problems, but he wins the fight at least in that sense and gets the AWP back as well.
Yeah, so that's fine. Fnatic would have loved to have taken him down then. That would have been foot on the throat Counter-Strike, and Immortals have no money to work with there. But he gets 3 kills, meaning $900, and the AWP as well. So he can even reinvest in his smoke and flashbang, meaning he is actually looking pretty decent. 13-12 though. Fnatic take the lead for the first time as we enter round number 26. That round cost them quite a lot. They still have 2 players at 8k even after the reinvestment. JW does not go back to the AWP. And this will be the last round that Immortals can afford to buy into this one. Still have maximum loss bonus, of course, but money is definitely running a little bit thin. KNG up the platform right now. See if anyone makes a mistake, but without any AWPs there, it's very unlikely the CT's push any further. JW, oof, that's pretty much why. M4 taking that sort of pick without a flashbang, that's pretty ballsy.
Boost up for Crims. Steal. Not quite able to get the angle he's looking for as Golden gets in behind the wall faster than he can fire, but a flash over, well timed. Not only does he get the kill on entry on Golden, spots for bolts that Crims is on the tree, and down he goes as his teammate takes the advantage of the information. Follows that up into Lekro as well as Flusha wants closer, much closer in fact. Short throw nade to find Lucas, can't find it, looks over top of it. Bolts is able to get the shot instead, so Immortals pull back. And we go 13-13.
Decent round there from Immortals. JW almost offering himself up the upper platform there. To me, that didn't really make a lot of sense. If he had the AWP, sure, I'm on board with it. But M4 smokes off towards the right-hand side there, towards the T entrance. But you need a magnitude of flashbangs to come through and hopefully over one of the Ts on the other side. But they were boosted up, ready and waiting for a very easy shot for KNG. And we're going to 13-13. CT's now still enough money to buy, bring out the AWP for JW, but Flusha is down to the UMP as we go for shots through the door once again. Crims doesn't find the same amount of damage he did than previous.
Just to note as well, the frag distribution is very close on Fnatic, so they are playing a structured team game. KNG has almost double anyone on his team and kills 28. The next closest is Henny on 16.
Yeah.
So he is by far and away a massive addition to this team. I mean, again, we talked about group stages, especially at the major. He was incredible.
Yeah, we remain AWPing this round as well. We saw that at the major, some questionable decisions to keep Henny on the main AWP on the T side when KNG was finding so many frags, but regardless, it's Lucas to find this opener as Crims goes down. Lovely shot there with the AK-47, jumping around the corner, up to Flusha to defend, but looks like Immortals want to kill each other here as he finds another kill here. 3-on-3 still. Getting a little bit problematic now for the Brazilian side. This is a huge round in the landscape of the game.
Second time they've had a team kill entering onto the A side as well.
Yeah.
Last time, Fnatic went on and win out the round. It looked like a round they probably were going to win anyway. This time, it could be more problematic than that. They've pulled it back. Henny makes up for his kill on his teammate by getting one on JW. It leaves just Lekro remaining. M4 to work with as he wants to try being the operative word, to peek out toward long while he knows that there's one player at the bottom of mid. So a smoke instead. Bomb plant safely, wide as well. They can see that from the half wall at the top of middle if they go that direction. Lekro, good spray. Catches off bolts after going for the initial exchange onto Henny, who he baits out on the second try. He's got this down to just one player remaining, quite remarkably as well. The first shot, the kill on the second player was not suspecting the peak, was the key one, but KNG and the AWP positioned well.
Finds his 29th frag, 1v1 situation goes in favor of Immortals there. Lekro finding a few key kills there, but had no kit to work with. Didn't really have the time to outsmart KNG in the clutch situation, but lovely shot there from Henny and co. Through the smoke, of course, why not? And it has to be the force buy map. CT's going all in. CZ's 5-7s, Deagles. Golden on the shotgun here. But surely this is match point for Immortals and presumably the end of the game as well. Lost bonus will be a third stage here, but as we've said throughout this game so far, Immortals have been very sloppy against the pistols and losing frags without any sort of refrag potential whatsoever. That's been the most frustrating thing about watching this game so far in terms of the Brazilian side.
Mollies land and then burn themselves out. Slow play Immortals. Fnatic back the pistols so close as they clawed back again from that 10-5 half. To take the lead, but for only just one round. Lekro waits at Hobbit Hole.
Yeah, the problem is no kits once again. Almost no utility, one incendiary. But Immortals have been able to kill each other in these situations. Trying to find the first frag here. There it is, Lucas. Shines in with two, still. This should be the round, almost certainly in favor of Immortals. Now this kill will solidify it, but all of a sudden it goes wrong. What's just happened? 4 kills for Fnatic out of nowhere. It's up to KNG. Those are the first 3 kills for Immortals. How is it falling apart like that?
That quickly as well. 2 kills for both Flusha and Crims. I was 100% on board with the idea that the round was done. They cleared 3 swiftly on entry. Again. And a small crossfire pulls the round away. Fnatic.
God.
They've always been good with eco rounds in the past, but that one, I don't even know where those kills came from that quickly.
So you get the first 3 kills on the B bomb site, and I'm just saying, oh, I was just kind of being trivial at that point. I was just like, oh, to get the last one, that was solidify, but how is this happening?
That range
okay,
as well, oh,
sick.
that's unbelievable.
Okay, that is...
Because, yeah, I was like, on minimap, they weren't even that close to the site.
Yeah, I couldn't work it out. Well, there you go. We saw it. And now the force buy for Immortals. That's so frustrating. It's the pistols once again that eludes them. Round number 29, we're going the distance here. Can Immortals give Fnatic the same treatment they just received? KNG, he seems to think so. Makes his way towards danger. He's gone past Crims as well. KNG finds an open flush up. Crims probably didn't get that call. Look at his position right now. Gets the frag back there. Bit of confusion setting in. But a 4-on-4, make it 3 as Golden takes down KNG.
Golden trying to do what he can as he swaps back over. Lekro's got the shot on Steel instead. I said they had their lead only for 1 round. Well, they might find a second one at an all-important map point if they do so. Down to 2 versus 2, though. As soon as we talk, it changes. Bolt is able to find the most recent of kills.
Yeah.
And 17 and 37. So those nades. And now the Molotov's doing substantial damage that pulls Lekro into the open as Bolt is able to follow up. JW on the op.
He spotted the bomb. It's right in front of him.
Go for the wall shot. He could, if he knew. They pick it up. Oh, misses.
What?
That may cost him the round. That shot may be enough to be done for. He's going to go aggressive, grabs an AK instead. He's in the sight as they flash above him. And he'll bounce the incendiary back toward them instead. They know exactly where he is. He's going to try and shuffle his position once more, having already spotted from the APC, but Bolts holds on, and so too do Immortals to the lead. Map point for them first.
But they're up against the pistols once again.
Yeah.
That's their kryptonite. They can't seem to handle the CZ and the Deagles. JW is not happy with that, and there it is. Bolts. Tremendous work there towards middle, taking down 2 of that AK-47. Nice Molotov towards the balcony position as well. Final frag. It seemed like JW had a chance there. Great movement, and changed his position up, drops the AWP as well, but low HP. Couldn't find it. It's match point for Immortals. Man, looks like we were right all along. Immortals are going to win.
Well, stop. Okay, like let's just drop that for a second. That whole notion of this being over.
Yeah, you're right. CZs, they're out. They're about.
Oot and a boot, actually, is how you'd say that.
Sorry. Yeah, you're right.
It's all right. I corrected you.
1 smoke, 1 flashbang, 1 kip. That's it. Immortals seem to be struggling with these rounds, and once again, it's the Deagle that strikes first. 5 and 4. Smokes come in. The final commitment towards B, and I like this right-click smoke from JW. Buys him some time in the corner here. Surely they check it, but a good chance they don't. He could find an easy kill here. Here it comes. Play around, but he hasn't spotted. Gets the dink in, though.
Bad steal. With JW down. Low enough HP onto him, though, but can't get the shot as Lekro, as he falls. Flusha manages one in the meantime. Remember, he was the protagonist of the last pistol, but it's down to the last man, Flusha AK. As he swaps it back over. Steals low enough. Down he goes quickly at that. Straight through the smoke. If he finds KNG, this could still be on.
Stop facing him.
But he can't quite go that far. You're right. It's an AWP, however, and it's Immortals with victory, 16-14. Only just, and I have to say, on the back of KNG.
I would say that's quite a hollow victory for Immortals. I wouldn't be that happy with that one. He lost about 3 or 4 rounds to just pistols there. Fnatic had some decent rounds themselves, but